I am having a lot of trouble filming this video. My phone is like about to overheat. I was trying to drive and then I was accidentally like honking my horn and not driving while I was doing it, but like trying to get to a different spot. My phone like lighting is going all crazy on me, so I don't know if it's like really dark right now or really light, and now I'm sweating. Oh my. Okay, but so we are talking about assumptions today, assumptions about Girl Defined. I wanted to do something light, something lighthearted, something fun, something not that serious, just kind of like a breath of like fresh air or a breath of, I don't know, just something different. So I thought I would do assumptions about us. So I asked you on Instagram to send in your assumptions about Girl Defined, and here is what you guys said. So people always say this, people always say this, but in the assumptions, people always say this, that you guys are rich. And we have told y'all so many times, we grew up like with a family with 8 kids and like a 1,200 square foot home. I lived there almost my entire life. We always shared rooms. We always drove like used cars. I drove a car that is literally as old as me for like 10 years. We are definitely not rich. We did a whole video on this. Like our parents literally started from started from nothing. They basically moved to Texas when they first got married, and they had like, I think like less than $1,000 to their name. And they started a business from scratch, and that's what's like really provided for our family. So it's really cool to see their hard work pay off. But we're all like super entrepreneurs types. So we love like, I don't know, brainstorming and thinking and starting things. So anyways, the two of y'all asked that like back to back. Okay. You assume that we were homeschooled. Correct. That is a correct assumption. Let's see. I assume from the start you expected people to send you hate mail. No, I don't think so. I don't think we ever really thought about that, honestly. Like we weren't really that engaged in the online world, and so we weren't really like aware of kind of like what can happen online and just like messages or mail or videos or whatever that can be made. We didn't really know, so we didn't really have a lot of preparation for that. I assume that you have a super big family. It depends on what you think is super big. There are 8 kids in our family, and now with people getting married and having babies and stuff, our family is growing. So if that's really big, then yeah, we've got a big family. This one cracked me up. I assumed that Bethany was a horse crazy girl growing up. Funny story, I was actually deathly afraid of horses, and we were in Colorado one time on a family reunion, and I was pretty little, I don't know, like maybe 10, and I was so horrified because we were going on like one of those little horse trotting, like traveling, whatever, you follow each other trail things, and my horse was crazy and like just going crazy, and I just was horrified and crying, and it was, as a child, it was like very traumatizing. So, but I like them now. I like horses. Okay. I assume that everyone on the team gets along. Yes, we get along, but the work we do is also very serious, very intense, very focused, and we also are just normal, sinful, impatient, selfish humans, so we definitely don't always get along. And working together as family especially, you have so many different dynamics, relationships, sibling relationships, that there can be a lot of added stress. So that's something we are constantly working on. Okay, someone else assumes that you have some sort of office space. No, we actually work from our homes, or if we work together, normally from Kristen's home, but now that I have Davey Jr., sometimes they come over here. So someone else assumes that our ministry became successful as soon as it started. Definitely not. I feel like we are regularly working on trying to spread and grow and spread the message, but it has been a long time coming from before Girl Defined, just like trying to figure this whole thing out. Starting Girl Defined, very much a learning curve. I feel like we're still learning. So it's definitely not like an overnight success. And I feel like, I don't know. Yeah, still got a long ways to go. I assume that it didn't take long to build your platforms. Oh, it didn't take long to build your following on your platforms. It took a long time. I mean, we're not even that big, like really considering the grand scheme of things, and it's been like 5 years in the making. So I don't know if that's overnight or not. Okay. Someone else says, I don't really have an assumption. I think y'all are really clear on your beliefs. Great. I assume all the girls in your family are blonde. You're so pretty. Well, our youngest sister, Susanna, actually has brown hair, and she just actually dyed it for the first time, and she went darker. So now she has dark brown hair, and it's beautiful. So you can go look at that. I assume that, let's see, I assume that, did I say you don't really get a day off? Kind of true. When you own your own business or ministry or whatever, you kind of have to be really intentional to take time off because, you know, I don't know. Someone else just says, you share real and helpful tips on dealing with real life girl struggles. That's so sweet. Thank you. I assume you've got someone with great photography skills. We have our amazing sisters with great photography skills. So pretty much everything that you see on Girl Defined is done by like someone in our family. So Alyssa does a lot of like the photos, or Rebecca, Kristen, Susanna, my husband Dave does stuff. My brother Timothy has done stuff. It's really just like a family operation. We just recruit within. Like, there's so many of us. Surely someone has that skill somewhere. Let's see. I assume that your target market is more preteens, teens, and maybe young 20-somethings. So our target audience is really, I guess, like, I don't know, 16 to 30. I don't know. I think our average, like 16 to 30 is, I think 16 to like 25 is like the most, like that's like the average age of like most of our followers. Someone else says, I assume you guys don't really drink Starbucks. So there are some people in our family that are okay with drinking Starbucks, and some coffee snobs in the family who won't even go to like certain specialty coffee shops. Like, not that coffee shop. They just have really specific coffee preferences. But I'm actually one of the ones that doesn't really mind. Like, I'll drink McDonald's coffee if I need to. I'll drink gas station coffee. But of course I have my preferences. I like fun local coffee shops, and, you know, I definitely can taste the difference. But when it comes down to it, I'm not going to be that picky if I have no other options. Where others in my family, like, they would not. They're like, no, that's not coffee. I'm not going to drink it. So it's totally different. But yeah, I definitely, Kristen and I go to Starbucks. So that's going to have to be the video. I am having so many problems with this video. My entire phone just shut down because it overheated. Thanks to Texas. That's what I get. So I feel like that's gonna have to be it. If you have assumptions, write them down below, and I'll try to make another video with Kristen sometime where we answer more and where my phone isn't overheating, because this is just ridiculous and I feel like I'm about to boil away because it's so hot here. I feel like my computer's gonna break too. So anyways, hopefully that answers some of your assumptions, whether true or not. You can leave some below. Maybe we'll make another video sometime, but I hope you enjoy this, for as random as it was. Kristen, don't get mad that this video is so terrible. I know you leave town and I can't hold the fort down, but I'm trying my best.